Hey everybody, it's Lucari Master 25. Yes, I'm wearing a fencing mask. So this time I'm going to take a stab at movie reviews. What movie am I reviewing this time? It's a movie that I was really excited about seeing. A movie that I haven't been that excited about since Prince Caspian. Seriously, I saw that movie at midnight and brought my own copy of the book so I could compare the movie to the book. Yeah, I was bringing out my nerdy side that night. So anyway, we're talking about Nine. And Nine is a movie that, it was, I had a lot of expectations for it. And, so, the story is, the story, for those of you who are familiar with it, is this scientist who creates this machine called the Brain. And he creates it to create other robots, manufacture other robots for the good of mankind. But the Chancellor, which is, I guess, that world's version of the President, he decides to put the Brain to work making battle robots for his army. And so they're pushed to the robots are pushed to their limits, and they attack the humans and try to destroy them all. So right before all of the humans are wiped off the planet, the scientist uses this machine to transfer his soul into these 9 ragdolls that he builds called Stitch Punks. And so the movie starts with the 9th one, 9, waking up in the scientist's laboratory. And he goes outside and he's in this wasteland, and he encounters the second Stitch Punk, 2, and this monster robot called the Cat Beast. And so after he encounters the Cat Beast, who, captures 2, and he finds this colony of made up of the other Stitch Punk ragdolls. So they eventually, do battle with all the robots that the Brain, which has become this thing called the fabrication machine, makes. So it's a pretty good movie. The animation is pretty good. The animation, it was sweet. It was sweet. So the action was sweet. The action and violence, got it a PG-13 rating, which I don't really understand because it's ragdolls versus robots. There's no blood or gore or anything. I mean, seriously, PG-13. So I don't know. It could have been rated PG. So little kids, they might be scared of all the robots, but older kids and teenagers, and they'll be fine with this movie. It's definitely a nerd movie. It has a lot of science fiction and fantasy elements to it. I'm not going to spoil anything. Okay, we have some pretty good voice acting here, especially Elijah Wood, Frodo from Lord of the Rings. All right, he voices the main character 9, which he did a pretty good job. But some of the other voice actors, they kind of get a little cheesy at times. But the characters themselves are really cool. They're named 1 through 9. And they all have their own distinct personality, except for 3 and 4, who are twins and are also mute, but they can talk with their eyes or something. Well, anyway, so the movie was pretty good. It lasted 79 minutes long or something, under half an hour. I mean, under under an hour and a half. So it was pretty short, and that's one of the downsides. Another one of the downsides is that it didn't really give you a whole lot of time to think. It just kind of introduced the characters and didn't really give you a chance to get to know the characters. So that was kind of the downside of the movie. But besides from that, it was really cool. It was directed by Shane Ecker, who directed a short film of the same name back in 2005, and it got I think it was a Student Animation Award or something. So yes, directed by Shane Ecker and produced by Tim Burton and Tibor something or other, who directed Wanted. I don't know. So anyway, so we got some pretty big names behind that movie, and it was pretty good. It didn't disappoint me, but it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It wasn't as good as I imagined, but I have an imagination that's too big for my own good, so So it was definitely a good movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. Seriously, no joke. I give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, so it was a good movie, and you should definitely see it if you're a big sci-fi fan. So, yeah. Why are you just sitting here? Go. Go see that movie. Now. Go.